with Miss Vivian in the new studio, and we are about ready to begin. She just found my water, and I'm gonna try not to let her drink it because that means I won't be able to drink it, and I just got it and I really would like to drink it. Oh. Well, hello! Welcome in to the new cozy studio. I am beyond thrilled to finally have you in. It's been a lot of moving around the past few days, which is part of why I haven't been here, but now I'm here in a new studio, and I love it so much. I have the chat and my setup on like the biggest TV ever. I think it's 90 something inches. It's humongous, and I can see everything so clearly, and it's wonderful. It's really the best. Also, Vivian discovered the door stop, the little like, and she hasn't stopped playing with it since the discovery, so sorry if you hear that noise. That is Vivian and her new favorite toy. She seems like she's in a mood. She's currently chewing on the zipper of my makeup bag. Shout out to Vivian. It is so big and so cozy. It's so nice. Like, oh, you guys, I've been in here playing Animal Crossing and just like chilling, laying back, playing, and it's been so much fun and just what a dream come true. I mean, seriously, I couldn't ask for a cozier ASMR streaming setup. Hello! Hold on. Let me get my feet out. Here we go. Hello! Welcome in. Thank you so much for the tier 1 gifted sub to Maxodu. Welcome in. Both of you. Thank you so much. Ooh, the sun is going behind a cloud. Yes. Oh my goodness, I can show you my nails. I did them the other day. My camera is like, oh, there we go. I think I did them on Monday. I'm very happy with them. I told you guys that I needed to do them because they were growing out, and if I didn't do them, they would have broken. So I did it, I got them done, and I'm proud of myself. Excuse me. Anyways, I have my bin of triggers. I didn't bring them in here, but I do also have all of my tarot cards. I have everything here, including my odd throat noises. They're back. I have everything here for our stream today. Also, is it just me or is the music still a little bit loud? I will warn you, there is a little bit more background noise in this place than my last one. There is also the occasional train. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but come up here. Vivian's nickname is Munchkin. I've been calling her Little Munchkin. I don't know why, she just gives Munchkin energy. And, yeah, I've just been like, come here, Munchkin. Or Munchy, Crunchy. Sorry, those sounds are very harsh. Munchy, Crunchy is her nickname. There's something that I turned on, bass roll flat on. Keep it on. I'm not sure. Hello. I don't know if this makes a difference, the power on or off. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have that on or off when it's plugged in. I don't know. What do you guys think of the new setup? I obviously need to put something on the wall back here, but I love the mirror. I love this so much. Only on battery power, otherwise it makes no diff, so I could turn it off. Vivian, come here. Baby. Come here, Munchie. Munchie. She came to Munchie. Muncher cruncher. Come here, Muncher. Show him your leg. Show them your healing leg. Come here. Come here. Oh, that's good. She's a sweet girl. Oh, that's nice. Let me move that for you, princess. I know I have so many videos on the agenda, but I thought of a video that's ASMR for animals, and you just like leave it on for your pets, and it'll just be me being like, hi little angel. Oh, it's okay. You're so good. You're so sweet. Oh, that's nice. It's okay to go to sleep, little angel. Don't you think that would be such a cozy little video? And then you could play it for your dogs or your cats. Can we take a thumbnail with Baby? Oh, she's cozy. Okay, ready? She's blepping. Oh. You can use any of those. Yes, Blepper, you're cute. You're cute, Blepper. Oh. She's gonna squint. There it is. It's so nice. Oh. Little angel. She's just so cute. Too bad my dog died. Hey, I completely understand. I've gone through a few animal deaths in the past year, but may they rest in peace. I hope that they are having a wonderful time off of this earth. It's crazy over here, so oh my. Red boy from Newey. Is that New York? Newey? Welcome back. Happy 6 months. Thanks for being here. I'm going to get a lens that is a zoom lens so I can have it come close and far. Cool belt. Thank you for noticing the fashion details. Appreciate that. I have had my hair braided since yesterday morning. I got out of the shower and I was like, I'm gonna braid my hair for the stream. And I didn't know if it was gonna be a stream yesterday or a stream today, but I just was like, I'm gonna, while my hair is wet, put it in braids, and whenever I do a stream, I'll take it out. And I love it so much. If my hair could always look like this, I would probably select that path for myself. If life was like a video game and I could design my character, this is probably the hair she would have at all times. Thankfully, I have the option in this lifetime, even when my hair is not like this, to do very minimal things to make this happen, like putting my hair into braids while it's wet. So we do that instead. I'm glad you like my avatar in Animal Crossing. I will say, in the week that I've been playing since you last saw my village, it's pretty much a completely different place. You know, there's elements that are the same, but a lot of it has changed. And I don't know, something about visiting that one mystery island last time, it made me immediately like feel the need to terraform pretty much everything on my island. So yeah. Looks very different. You're gonna love it. I love it. I've done so much improvement in the week. It's crazy. You started a new island because of my last stream. I love that for you. It's honestly so liberating to start a new island sometimes. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I've had a teeny baby headache for like most of the day. Right here behind my right eye, I get ocular migraines from time to time. It runs in my family. My grandpa got them. I don't know, we just like have a tendency to get migraines for some reason. I think it's just because we're like stressed. We're stressed people, but I have a little baby headache right here. And on top of that, I'm noticing that I just feel a little like tense. My face and my neck. I think I slept wrong or something last night because I have some neck pain along with the headache, which is usually really typical. I'm smiling a lot because I'm talking to you guys, and my face literally hurts from smiling. It's so sad, but it's true. And I also feel like it's a sign that I'm dehydrated, so please remind me today to drink more water, please. My lifelong journey is finding a good pillow. Hey, if you have any good recommendations, let me know, because one of the main things that I want to have as the setup is pillows. I want it to just be like a wall of pillows, because realistically, I'm sitting against nothing. Like, there's a lot of space between me and these back pillows, and I would love more. I would love for it to just be like a lot of pillows. Tons of pillows. I honestly, I never really take Advil, but I'm debating. She's sleeping. She's so sleepy. Advil is the only thing that works for me. Yeah, me too. And like the only time I ever take it is for headaches like this, really bad ones that last all day. Who's my little plushy friend? I've had this for a long time. Actually, a fan sent this to me, which like I think I got makeup on it or something, because I don't know what this is and I like can't get it off. But it's a little fox. A fan sent it to me. This fan sends me a lot of gifts on different occasions, different holidays. But they do this thing specifically, which I'm sure they're gonna watch this, so hey, I get all the gifts, don't worry. I have most of them still. Some of them have been rehomed to people who would be more inclined to use them. Like, for instance, they sent me a doll once, and I just kind of was like, something about dolls as an adult is just like creepy to me. I don't know, so I gave it to my cousin who was like 10, and that was fine. But they send me gifts like on their birthday, which apparently it's their grandma's tradition to send other people presents on your own birthday. I think that's kind of a cute little thing. So I always get a little birthday gift from them on their birthday. And I think this is from that. I can't remember exactly what occasion this was, but that's usually what the gifts come from. The last one was Cuphead, the game, and a different game. It started with an S. No, Bandicoot? Something? I can't remember what it was. And they sent me a Mario game, I think. Anyway, it's a cute little fox, and I just brought it in here because I just was like, it's cozy, it's cute. Also, I have my chapstick hiding back here. Which, oh my gosh. I don't know how I could go without this. Whether it's this or Aquaphor or, I mean, really it's just those two that I kind of oscillate between. I have a big tub. I just got this little small one, but I have a big tub of the Vaseline that I normally use. And then on the go, I have my tiny little tubes of Aquaphor. I love it. It keeps my lips very nice and moist. I was addicted to chapstick for years, but once I was able to stop using it, I don't need it anymore, for sure. It's definitely a supplement for me, because I get dehydrated a lot, and so it kind of like helps my lips bounce back from that. And I was gonna say immediately, but it's not immediate. It's a crutch. And then I have to drink water to actually like hydrate myself, because realistically, you're not wrong. Hydration comes from the inside out, so you have to drink more water if your lips are chapped. It also can just be hard in the winter though, when it's very dry, which I do live somewhere where it gets very cold, so. Does this side look overexposed? I can never tell the white balance on the TV, like how correct it is in comparison. Let me look on here. Such a relaxed environment to sit on the bed and just hang. It looks okay on my phone. I could go like this. Make it just a teeny bit darker. I think that's a little better. I'll leave it like that. The sun is coming out a bit. Rob Dog, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Hello, Cherie Lorraine. How did you start ASMR? I was on Twitch, just... Oh, she's like, no, I'm trying to sleep. I was on Twitch. I have to whisper because the baby is sleeping. I was on Twitch, and I was doing normal, just chatting streams, and then someone in the comments came in and they were like, hey, you're pretty relaxing, you should switch your category from just chatting to ASMR. And at the time I kind of was like, I don't want to do ASMR start talking slightly differently. You start talking from projecting like this to talking a little bit more relaxed and quietly, and suddenly your audience goes from 6 people to 41 in a second's notice. That's crazy. So obviously it made me like, well, let me consider this. If I'm gonna be talking about the same subject matters and my whole point of being here is to connect with more people, I guess it sounds like a good idea to do it in the format of ASMR, if that's what's gonna work. I had no intention of like making ASMR YouTube videos, making an ASMR channel. I just was basically doing chill, just chatting streams in the ASMR category for the sake of having more viewers and just like better exposure. And then it just kind of went from there, and I started to understand more about the community, partially out of necessity, because I was getting a little bit of like, not a ton, but there was a couple people that would kind of disgruntledly come into the chat just to say like, hey, this isn't really ASMR, just so you know. And I would be like, anything is ASMR. But of course I would try to come from their perspective on this situation and be like, why does it bother them so much that I'm utilizing this platform to just kind of like talk about stuff? And then I obviously understood that there's like a lot that goes into ASMR, and there's of course, you know, a lot of people that do use the niche content of ASMR as like a segue to different content bases that have nothing to do with ASMR, and obviously have nothing to do with like the positive impact that most ASMR artists are like trying really hard to have with their career and with their ASMR. And so I almost felt like I was being disrespectful for not like doing my due diligence to actually make real ASMR while using ASMR as like a basis, a footing. So then I started to research, and then I started treating it like I was a new hire on a job and I needed to go through training, and I started like training myself in the ways of ASMR. And then I started making videos and started to take my live streams a lot more seriously and do more themed like events and stuff. And then look where we are now. My bedroom is literally an ASMR studio now. It's crazy. But yeah, that's how it happened. And of course, as soon as I got into the niche, I started to recognize that I feel like I was built for this. Like, I feel like I always was gonna kind of end up in a similar position, whether it be maybe like a meditation host or like something that is just based in like very relaxing group-oriented activities. I feel like I was always called to be a leader in some sort of space. I have the ability to like take authority in a space of people that kind of are just like unsure of what is happening next, you know? I know how to take direction. I've always been like that. But I'm not the kind of leader that likes to like take charge in a very aggressive way. I'm really relaxed, which was hard for me when I was teaching dance, because I had to figure out how to become like an authority figure while also not like swaying from the kind of person I like to be. You know, I'm fun, I'm silly, I'm goofy, and like I wanted to stay true to that, even in a position of respected authority, like being a teacher. So I had to learn how to do that. But yeah, I just kind of always have felt like this is a very naturally inclined career path for me and the position for me to be in. So I'm really happy to be here, like beyond blessed to do this. Oh my gosh, and we've reached 400,000 subscribers as of right now, which is awesome. I knew we were getting close at the start of the stream, but I don't know if we actually reached it, and it's totally fine if we did not already. You know, from being on the internet for long enough, it's really funny. Yeah, I'm sure it is like close, because I think when I looked it was at like 9:50 or like 9:60 or something, so I wasn't expecting it to happen today. Slam, thank you. Or at least not like immediately at the start of the stream. But see me, girl. What was I gonna say? Oh, from being on the internet long enough, I've seen so many creators announce like a milestone and people go and like unfollow them to break the milestone. So part of me is like, it's okay, you know, if we reach it, I don't need to announce it, because I've seen people go just like for the sake of being like, haha, and like unsubscribing right when someone hits a big milestone. Not to say that if that happened to me, it would like matter, you know, I still reached 400k, but I've just seen that happen before, so I kind of just like, I'll usually celebrate when I have like 401 or something. Isn't that right? So sleepy. Sure. We can do tarot. I need to go grab the cards really quick. Oh my goodness. I did get a new kitty. I got her in March. The end of March. I've had her for a couple months now. She broke her leg falling off of my balcony. Oh. Wow, I have more subscribers than the population of Iceland? That's crazy. But yeah, her leg is now healing. She got surgery. What? Do you want my arm? Or you want me to stop? She's like angrily fighting me, but she's also so tired. She's also been like a little baby recently, and she's been like playing with my necklace while she lays on my lap. It's so cute. And she's also been like biting my bracelets. Okay, I'm gonna take my hand away now. I'm gonna take it back. You're stuck on my bracelet. Little. She's like, I'm not done. Get her little armpits. Okay, yeah. Let go. There we go. That's nice. You're so sweet. She's so nice. She's so cute. Heck yeah. Well, let me go grab the tarot cards really quick. Just to have them in here. Hi, Aldi. Welcome back. do the other kitties get on with her? Kiwi has a little bit of an issue, but she is figuring it out. And oh, the sound difference. It's always so funny to take the headphones off. Mr. Man and her have been cuddling a lot recently. As soon as she got her cone taken off, her and Mr. Man cuddled like every day. So, yeah. Mr. at first was like really uninterested in hanging out with her, and then after she broke her leg, he was like, I guess you're not so bad. Kiwi, on the other hand, was like, good riddance. You can leave. I wouldn't care less. Which makes me a little sad, but I'm sure she'll come around. They like to play. They like to chase each other, so. Hello. Oh, I'm also gonna grab a painkiller because I'm in pain. I am. What's the age gap? Mr. is 6.5, 7. Kiwi is 5.5. This little munchkin is not even a year old. And she's crazy, girl. Yeah. She's so licky. She's so funny. Can you show your earrings? I'm just wearing like plain normal hoops. Slam, thank you for the super chat. That's so nice. Or, well, the donation, not super chat. Same difference. It's actually not. What you just did is way better. Did you guys know? I'm pretty sure my super chats get like a 30% cut taken out. Maybe 50. I'd have to look. So if you ever send me a big donation, it's a good idea if you want it to go directly to me. If you don't want it to go directly to me and you want half of it to go to YouTube, that's fine. That's your prerogative. But if you want it to go directly to me, just a heads up. Stream Elements and like Cash App. Best way to do that. Everything else gets, even Stream Elements is like a 2.3% cut, but that's a lot less than 30% or 50%. 50% is crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab tarot cards and the painkiller. 50% is criminal. I agree.
Hopefully you don't follow me. Here, you should play with this little lady. She can sit with you.
Aww, they're cute.
So cute. Don't leave. Keep doing yourself. Gorgeous.
cutest photo of her. What about a bouillon gold bar to your P.O. box? I would love that. I would absolutely accept a bouillon gold bar. I've been meaning to buy one for myself, so I would absolutely accept one. For sure. Miss Chloe. Hello. This. Look at her. Look at her face. Should I make that an emote? Focus. Focus. It's so funny. There we go.
That's you. That's you.
She does the biggest bleps I've ever seen. She bleps so much. It's so funny. Oh, she's such a cutie.
Munchie. Munchie. Cutie. You're cute. You're cute. She's like, hold on, let me pose for real. You're beauty. You're good. Oh, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah, gorgeous. Ooh, pose with the chat. Say hi, everyone. You're gorgeous. You're beauty. You're a star. Beautiful. Gorgeous.
Look at her. She's so cute. You're so cute, baby. I love you. Anyway, look at how giant the chat is. Look at how huge. Isn't that nice? Nice, right? Alright, well, I would be remiss not to follow up one last time about the cold bouillon bar. If you really would like to send me a gold bouillon bar or anything else to my P.O. box, by the way, I do have a P.O. box, and you can send things to it. You can ask for the address in the Discord, and you basically make like a request form of what you want to send and like where it's coming from, and then we will accept or deny depending on what it is. And if you send any secret items, you're barred from the P.O. box forever. So don't abuse it, or else it's gonna be closed. Thankfully, no one has abused it. It's been great, wonderful. But yeah, there's a request form in the Discord, so. Can I send my hamster? No. I've done one too many hamsters for my lifetime already. Sorry. I've had my hamster chapter when I was like 7. And I've talked about it, and I've talked about the trauma that ensued from that time. So we're not gonna do that again, but I appreciate the suggestion. A $2,000 tungsten cube? Ooh, okay. I'll accept. That sounds cool. I'm not sure what I'll do with a cube of tungsten, but... Alright, I need to take these painkillers. I keep forgetting. Also, this this one bump of hair. This is bothering me. Get out of here. Whatever. Just let it live. Let it ride. Bumping that. Bumping that. Dun 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 dun. Bumping that. Bumping that. I'm so bad at taking pills. Also, these are gonna fall off. I can feel it. Delicious. Chat, I've gotta say, I just like love it when you call me bro. Why is bro drinking out of a jar? Like, bro? You think I'm your bro? Really? Bro? I didn't know we were like at that level. Bro? Oh my gosh. Thank you. Wow. Hey bro, big fan of the way you function. Bro, wait, you call me bro? Oh my gosh. Thanks, bro. No, I believe there's a train passing. Yes, there is.
Don't fight me. I wasn't meaning to go over you. No, I have not updated the wish list address, but I still have access to my old place, so it's okay if some stuff goes there. I haven't changed any of my addresses yet. Thanks for checking. That would have been a really silly, stupid thing that I could have definitely forgotten to do, and then, yeah. Because sometimes I don't get notified of the wish list packages, so they could have just been like null and void into the abyss. There is a cargo train going by. You watched The Sandman on Netflix. It was kind of funny.
tell us about it. I don't know anything about that. It sounds like a horror movie, not a funny one. But clearly I'm wrong. My hair is so dang shiny. It's crazy. It's crazy. Sorry. This is very unnecessary. My hair looks brown today. Am I wrong? It looks dark today because of the lighting or something. I don't mind. I kind of like it. It's kind of making me want to go like brunette for real. You think my hair often looks brown? Yesterday I watched Long Legs, quite a good movie. It is something, alright. Thank you, Slam, for giving us up to Aaron. Viviana's doing some grooming ASMR for you. Sassy girl. Oh. Bite, fight, and lick. In that order. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you like the outfit. I'm trying to show off the belt. I suppose I could put this under here, but over the pants like that. Well, I brought the tarot cards just so you all know. Reading submissions are open. Just a formal announcement of that. I'm gonna start just like pulling out triggers and just doing some ASMR. So much fun. I love it. I love this new setup so much. Yeah. What is it? It's crinkly. You're just breathing right now. It feels great. We can take some guided breaths together. Archangel, welcome back. No worries. Let's go ahead and take some guided deep breaths together. We're gonna start with a nice inhale. Find your way at your own pace to this inhale in about 3, 2, 1. Breathing in and exhale. Breathing in again. And out. Inhale. exhaling. Last inhale. And with this exhale, I would like you to let out an audible sigh. Continue breathing in and out at your own pace. Letting out a nice sigh with each exhale if you feel called, if that feels like it's serving you right now. Imagine yourself breathing in calm, relaxing energy with a slight warmth carrying all the way through your body. And then exhaling, releasing all of that tension and stress, feeling the weight lift away. And with each sigh, should you choose to take them, you can feel the pressure relieving from your chest. And it almost feels like a cathartic equivalent to something like a scream, allowing any anger, any resentment, or just resistance to life in general right now release along with the audible sigh. Feeling it all leave your body. Relaxing. Taking a nice inhale and exhale. I'm gonna get back into some triggers.
Are you doing ASMR? Are you trying to participate? You're doing a good job. Are you playful? You want to play with something?
Let's see if Mommy has anything for you. I don't know. But Mommy wants to do yes. Get that hair up there.
You like that one? It's a nice sound right from you. You wanna help? Come. Good girl. Put your paw here. Can you brush it with your paw? Brush. Good girl. Good job. Brush. Brush with your paw. That's good. Yeah, right. You're eager to do it. Brush it with your paw. Brush. You gonna try it? Good job. So good, Vivian. What are you doing? What are you doing, crazy? Oh, thank you. Hi. Mommy's gonna move her foot. Oh, don't fight me. Yeah, yeah, get out of here.
Stinky boy. Thank you. I just saw Rob's message right above yours. But we will get you on the list for tarot.
Okay, baby, what the heck was that?
I've met some wonderful friends through this community. Sadly, there are a few people in particular who are really struggling right now. I won't expose them, but would you care to give some positive affirmations or maybe a group hug to anyone currently struggling? Absolutely. And I'm sad to hear that there are people not feeling so good right now. I'm, of course, only one person, and I'm certainly not able to be responsible for every individual person's needs. However, while I'm here, while I have you here, I would love to try and express all of the things that I hope you're mostly already aware of, but I can completely understand from time to time being in a position where you need a little reminder of some of the just basic truths about life, such as the fact that you're already enough the way that you are, just the way that you are right now. You are more than worth time, attention, love, affection, friendship, a good paying career, happiness, contentment in your life. You're more than worth all of those things, just the way that you are right now. You're already enough. You don't need to do anything more to become enough. You deserve your basic needs to be met. Regardless, it doesn't matter. You deserve it just by being here on this earth. You deserve to be treated with respect and with kindness. And if others around you are not treating you that way, well, we can't control that, but we can control giving ourselves love, kindness, and respect, right? So that regardless of what everyone else may be giving our way, sending our way, so sorry, hit the microphone, you can come back to yourself in reliance for all of those wonderful qualities that you're looking to receive, which of course are made so much better when you have others to receive them from. However, sometimes that's not always available, and that's okay. And in the place of that, that's where self-love comes in. Self-worth, self-respect, right? So amidst these positive affirmations and considering you're already enough as you are right now, you have all the tools that you could ever need right now at your disposal. Let's think about, on our own, individually of course, what something you could do right now would be to honor your self-love, self-worth, the kindness that you would like to give to yourself, the kindness that you wish to receive from others. What is something that you could afford yourself right now? as a little gift. A gift of self-love, a gift of self-respect. Maybe there's something that you know you need to do, but you've been putting it off. Sometimes just following through with things is a sign of self-love, self-respect. It gives you a sense of confidence in yourself, makes you feel better. That always helps me, gives me a practical thing to do when I'm not feeling the best. And in doing so, I feel better, just inherently from doing it. Also, don't forget, everything's gonna be okay. Even if this is a really hard day right now, it happens. Sometimes the days are hard. They're not forever though. They're just not. And that means somewhere in the horizon out there, along the way, undisclosed as to when it's gonna be, but it's coming in the future. There is hope. There is happiness, there is joy, there is a feeling of relief in yourself, and it's all waiting for you on the horizon. The only thing that you need to do is keep taking it 1 minute at a time, one breath at a time. Just hang in there. Just keep being here because you are already enough, remember? We've already established that, but maybe you forgot. You're already enough, just the way that you are. Right now, in this moment, you're already enough. Take a moment, breathe in all of that, all those reminders. Sit with any parts of yourself that are not wanting to acknowledge it as the truth. Sit with the parts of yourself that are yelling back at me, saying all of these nice things, screaming, no, I'm not worth it, I'm not enough, I don't have XYZ that I need to be the person I want to be. I only, can get that if I have this or that. Look at that part of yourself. Just take a look. Take a look at it. And instead of like falling into the trap of that being the energy you're sitting in, the sadness, the self-pity, which it feels good sometimes to sit in that energy, don't get me wrong. But like once you have a moment to start observing that part of yourself from above as a neutral bystander instead of the one crying, wallowing, you can, just ask yourself, like, how do I feel about that? How do I feel about this part of myself? Do I want this part to be me? Do I want this part to like take over? Or do I wanna, as like a wiser version of myself that knows I'm way more than this, I'm not necessarily better than this part of myself, because there's nothing wrong with the part of you that wallows in your self-pity. In fact, that part of you is the one that thinks there's something wrong with them so deeply that they're crying and wallowing. But in fact, couldn't be farther from the truth. There's nothing wrong with them. The only thing wrong is that they can't see themselves accurately. They can't see an honest reflection of themselves. And that's where you need to come in the other part of yourself that's wiser and stronger and more aware of all of the wonderful things about you that are lovable, adorable, adorable, to be adored, not like adorable, cute. And you have to come in and you have to tell that part of yourself that's crying and wallowing in your self-pity, self-doubt, self-judgment. They're there. Rub your back. It's okay. I know you're feeling a lot right now, right? I know people have hurt you. They've said some things to you in the past that made you feel Like, all of these things are true, that you're not enough, right? But we know that that's not true. Look at us. Look at me. I'm you, and I'm awesome. Right? This is the part of you that you love talking. I'm awesome. I love me. Why can't you? I know you do. It's just hard sometimes to believe it, right? And then that part of you that's crying is probably going to start telling you all the reasons why it doesn't deserve to be loved, or why it's never going to get to where it wants to be. It's never going to be the best person. It's never going to be worthy. It's never going to be enough. And you just listen. You don't judge. You just listen. You listen to all the reasons and every single one that comes up. And you hear them, you acknowledge them, and then you gently tell yourself why that's not true, right? I'm unworthy of love. I hear you, but you know that's not true. You are worthy of love. Well, regardless of that, I still just don't think that I'll ever get the career I want. Well, if you don't get it, does that mean that it was right for you and you're just not deserving? Or maybe perhaps there's something else for you. Maybe it was never the right thing after all. Maybe you are actually more deserving of something different, something better. Right? You just gotta rub your back, metaphorically, but actually, like, physically too. You know, you gotta soothe yourself when you're feeling so low. And if you're having a hard time doing that in the moment, that's okay. That's part of being really sad. Speaking from experience, I'm someone I've gotten really sad many times. And sometimes there's no ability to self-soothe because you're so deeply into the crying part of yourself, the self-wallowing part, that you don't have access to the other part of yourself that loves you, right? So when that happens, you need to tap into resources of things that make you feel connected to the part of you that loves you, right? The part of you that's crying and wallowing in the self-pity, it doesn't love you as much as the other part does. And that's the part you need to be more connected to right now. And sometimes if you can't do that yourself, you have to call in backup in the form of content like this, right? Oop, a little middleman friendly reminder of all of these things. Or maybe this is a friend who does this for you that you can call up when you're feeling less than yourself, a little bit vulnerable. Family member, perhaps. If none of those things, another resource on the internet. Maybe not ChatGPT. Maybe not. If that's all you have, I'm not going to judge you for it because it can be a wonderful resource. Just be careful, because ChatGPT is built on like a responsive mechanism to the point where whatever you're feeding into it, that's what you're going to get back. And therefore, it might like spiral you even farther if you're not careful. So don't treat ChatGPT as a replacement for a real therapist or a real human. It's not, and it will never be until it is able to be completely unbiased, which is not. It's just not. Yeah. Life is tough, but we need to help each other through it because we all deserve to be here. Period. That's all that there is to it, really. Oh, thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that. Hello to North Carolina. Hugs. Hugs. I I've been pretty open about my struggles, but you know, sorry, excuse me, for a lack of going too much into detail, let me just say that I don't speak on these things lightly. I don't speak on these things from a lack of personal experience with them. The topic of mental health and fragility of the state of your mind is very, very real to me, something that I am very versed personally with, to the point where it matters a lot to me, and it's not something I'll ever take lightly. And if people in the community are struggling, please, like, know that this is a place where that's going to be taken seriously. And if you really need help getting help, we can probably help you get help. Most likely there's a way for us to responsibly redirect you to a position of, like, real help, you know, and in a non-invasive way that doesn't, like, jeopardize your personal security or anything. We care a lot. I care a lot, because I get it. I have been there, in and out, so many times. Yeah, I get it. Trust me. Let's go ahead and move on to the tarot readings now. I think I'm ready to start with Stinky Boy. I don't think we have anyone else on the list right now. No response for reading yet. Okay, well, then never mind, maybe. We can always close the... Whoa, that one was loud. We can always close the submissions for right now and just do something else. Does the universe have a consciousness? In any case, it looks like a brain as a whole, a universal mind. I know that there is something called the so sharp Schumann resonance. Schumann resonance. I think Yale is doing it, or like one of the colleges is the one who is like doing the reading of the energy field, but the Schumann resonance is supposed to be kind of like a physical, tangible proof of the collective consciousness of the world, the earth, of people. It's like a collected energy source that is impacted when things happen. He's in there now. Okay, thank you. Having the so we're doing a general reading, it looks like. Beautiful. I just want to say I've been doing this stream from Wi-Fi and not Ethernet, and I'm very impressed with how well it's been keeping up. Very impressed. How are you, Miss Viviana? You're so cute. Hey Cherie, can I vent a little? For sure. You guys are always welcome to vent. Just try and respect the rules as much as possible. So no politics. What does it even say? Hold on. No spam, no self-promo, no links, no weird requests, no dirty commentary, no insults, no politics or religion, no trauma dumping, which obviously, you know, is like a form of venting that is just kind of like A, not with permission, and then B, like going into explicit graphic details that are not appropriate for the chat. And then just be respectful and keep it cool and kind. But of course you can vent. You can always vent. Of course. Also, we don't want no scrubs. True. True. So, deck of choice. Alright, well first off, thanks for the space too, and I need to get out that me and my girlfriend broke up Sunday night and I can barely smile or be happy, like at all, even on birthdays. Breakups are one of the hardest things human beings can go through. I'm not kidding, I'm pretty sure it's been proven scientifically that like the pain in your heart that you get from a breakup is equivalent to some people to like a real death. Like it really does like cause you to like grieve a relationship. So it's not at all uncommon to be feeling as deeply as you are about things, and you know, just like feeling the sadness of that. However, remember, like everything I was just saying, hard days don't last. They come and they go. And whenever I'm feeling really sad these days, I almost take it as a challenge of like how kind I can be to myself when I'm feeling sad. You know what I mean? If I'm feeling really, really bad and like all I want to do is like do nothing, which means I don't eat, I'm not drinking water, I'm not like bathing, like doing like basic hygiene tasks because I'm sad. Like sometimes that happens. Well, the way to be kind to yourself is to maybe try and like trudge yourself into the kitchen and cook a little something, or you know, sacrifice $15 for a DoorDash order of one of your favorite snacks, or just like something that makes you feel happy. Like treating yourself with the utmost gentle care and kindness as almost like a reward for enduring such sadness. You know, it really is like, it's an opportunity to be kind to yourself, to hold yourself with a lot of grace and like just like care, a lot of care. Well, I have no kindness nor respect for myself. That sounds like a really good place to start right now then, because I'm not gonna lie, you'll never be able to be fully there and present in any relationship if you're not willing to do the work to get that point like within yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta be willing to put the time in to your own self before you can expect to be able to successfully do that with another person. It's just how it goes. It doesn't mean you need to be perfect to be loved or to be in love, but you also cannot expect a really deep, meaningful, like lasting relationship without a deep, meaningful foundation of love within yourself. You don't even know how to give that if you can't give it to yourself. So, as tough as it is, step so loud. Please timestamp that. We need to edit that out. That hurt me really bad. Ouch. I'm so sorry. That was so bad. I'm so sorry. I will say I haven't been like super whispering and rambling quietly, but that was so loud. I'm so sorry. That was crazy. Who hurt you? Goodness. Ew. Didn't I? Alright, Stinky Boy, we're doing a general reading. You can't. Here. Let me get the decks more visible. More visible to you. Okay. You can almost see them all. Now you can see them all. Do you have a deck of choice? Maybe I'll put them this way.
Whoa, nervous girl.
Okay, there. Thank you. I appreciate that. My choice? Okay. Sounds good. Oh, sleepy little munchkin. Oh, cutie girl. How was your last breakup? Wait, I actually need to tell you guys. I need to tell you guys about the funny story that I didn't get to tell you about last time. Do you remember? It was about my ex, which is part of why I didn't want to say it, because I get creeped on. Which, I mean, like, I should just expect forever, indefinitely, due to the fact that I put things publicly on the internet about my life. That, of course, I'll be creeped on by people from the past that I am no longer directly in contact with, but it still is just, like, one of those things where, you know, it's annoying. It happens. So, I'm in this Facebook group, and I've been in it for a couple of years, partially, like, just for the drama. It's, like, really fun to see people's stories, but also because when I was, you know, really, like, actively dating and just, like, single, I would keep a lookout for anyone that I was potentially interested in, or just, like, people I knew, to be posted in this group. And this group is basically supposed to be all women, and it is kind of like a dating vet group. Like, you can say, like, do you know any, like, red flags about this person, or do you have any, like, experience with them? And sometimes people will say, you know, like, oh, I went to high school with them, they're a really great guy, like, a really nice person. And then, of course, like, green light, good to go, the girls have said this is a good guy. But sometimes people will get posted, and, you know, someone will respond being like, that's my ex, he has a domestic violence charge, here is his court, like, screenshot. It's crazy. Yes, the Facebook group is called Are We Dating the Same Man? There's over 100,000 people in the group that I'm in, and it's just for my local area alone. It's crazy. They have a whole app for this group. Anyway, so I've been in this group for a while, and like I said, it's mainly for the drama, but also because I was just, like, trying to be aware of what is going on and who is who everyone really is. If you're a woman and you're, like, in the dating scene, pretty much, if you're not married, even if you are married, there's people on this group who are like, I think my husband's cheating on me. And you know what, you guys, unfortunately, they usually are. And it's just awful. It's just awful. So guess whose name I see in the Facebook group? A finance guy. I don't know if you guys remember me talking to a finance guy long ago. But Finance and I, like, had our little thing, and then we had our falling out, and Finance guy and I'm not sure if I ever, like, fully told you guys the details of that, but I caught him on a dating website. How do I say this? How do I want to say this on the stream? I caught him on a dating website that was really specific to a certain demographic of people. Okay. So it was not your typical dating website. It was not a dating app like Tinder or whatever, which I did also find during the same time Tinder confirmation codes, like, on his device. Crazy. That was crazy, which, you know, I didn't even think anything of that, but there's a new YouTube channel about dating a finance guy or girl. It's my new fave. It's honestly crazy. Anyway, it wasn't even a dating app. It was like a full old school dating website. This guy was in his 20s and he's on a dating website, and like a triple X rated kind of dating website. You know what I mean? Like, you're not there to just, like, go to dinner. Okay. No, it wasn't that. Anyway, so finance guy and I obviously like had a little experience of our own, and I just like kept it to myself. I partially didn't say anything because he literally threatened to sue me if I ever told anyone, because I'm telling you, like, the demographic that he was interested in would be a really like damaging stereotype for him as like a normal man in the world. Like, it would be like people would be like shocked. Okay, I was a little shocked. A little bit. I always try to be very open and understanding of people, but obviously communication is key when you're in a relationship, and it's good to just be transparent about everything, especially stuff like that. Okay, long story short, I saw this guy posted on the site, and there's a feature where you can speak anonymously. So I left a comment anonymously, and I just kind of was like, here's my experience, take it with a grain of salt, take with it what you will, but yeah, this is my honest experience. I've never said anything to anyone, mainly because he threatened to sue me, but like, here it is. And another person commented and like started talking about her experience, and so there's 3 people now on this post talking about my ex, this guy. And so we get into a group chat. And on this Facebook group, you're not allowed to use people's last names because they just don't want people to be doxxed. It's like mainly, it's all supposed to be pretty anonymous and like strictly for women's safety. Like, that's it. It's not supposed to start drama. It's not supposed to be anything to like harm the men. It's just supposed to be, Nano, oh my gosh, thank you for 20 gifted memberships. No way, what? It does always start drama, but that's not the intended purpose for most people, and it actually causes like a huge stink in the group whenever there's like shared information. It's really like not okay. Like, you get banned. Everyone starts like a witch hunt of like who shared the information, who shared it outside of the group. It's a big thing. Okay, it's like very respected anonymous community. Anyway, we get into a group chat. I get into a group chat with these girls. And the only reason I'm prefacing with the information about the last name is because one of the girls was talking about a completely different guy. And we were on a FaceTime call together for like 45 minutes, just like talking about timelines, and like for a while it sounded like me and one of the other girls had like kind of an overlap of a timeline, which I obviously was like, that sucks. Like, not only did I speculate he was trying to cheat on me, but he actually did. Like, that's awful. So we thought we had an overlap until we're starting to talk about like pieces of their information that like are not aligning like at all. There's no way to kind of just like write it off as just like a weird like whatever. Like, no, there's like that's the train, by the way. There's very crucial pieces of information, like where they went to college and certain things that are just not adding up. And so I just was like, hold on, pause. Like, I can't get over the discrepancies here. Like, are you sure we're talking about the same person? And she was like, how many other blanks are there in this state? And both me and the other girl just start laughing. And we're like, that's not who we're talking about. That's not the guy. The other girl was like, I know that guy, and that's not that guy. I didn't know the other guy. The other girl did. Somehow they were like in the same friend circle, similar last name. They look very similar. They have similar like background stories to the point where we for 45 minutes were comparing details and did not think it was a different person. So long story short, there was no like bad overlap or like anything. I mean, there was, you know, like pieces of information that were shared from the girl who is now talking to him where I just was like laughing and I was like, that's definitely not what I got, you know. But needless to say, that was just like a really funny thing that happened, and I've never had an experience like that to the point where I, you know, felt inclined to like tell someone something that happened to me. But like, I felt really inclined to tell someone what happened because I just knew no one else was gonna share that. And like, it definitely felt like something that I would want the next person who would potentially be in my position to be aware of. So I told her. Anyway, he was on a creepy site. It wasn't creepy, it just is like obviously like extremely inappropriate when you're in a relationship. I'm trying to think of how to share it without it coming across offensively or like just like, I don't know how to say it in like a kosher way. No. How did I find out he was on the website? I snooped. Because I had a bad feeling for weeks, and I just finally was like, I'm looking. I'm gonna look. And I found much more than I ever expected to find. Also, we were living together at the time, so I just wanted to like, you know, I don't know, I just had a weird feeling. I just did. It was a dating website specifically for I don't even know like how I want to say this. Let's just say that he presented himself, which he still does, as a straight man, and I wouldn't necessarily classify him as that after finding out this information, if that makes sense. Hopefully that's enough of a hint. No, it wasn't Grindr. Like I said, it wasn't an app. It was literally a website. And like the specific website itself doesn't really matter. It was, yeah, it wasn't even like, anyway. Yeah, so George Clooney on YouTube, you're correct. Which like I said, I don't judge, I don't care. I just also was kind of like, I'm confused. And also there's one thing to like be interested in that. It's a whole other thing, which was my problem, to be on a dating website looking to meet with people physically. That is a whole different side of cheating. Like, that's like a whole different level. So, you look so hippie right now. Be honest, do you have a handpan? But what if I said I do? What if I say yes? What if I say yeah, then what? Who told you? I feel like you got insider information. That's it's not fair, because there's no way I would look at someone who was dressed like this and be like, they definitely own a handpan for sure. There will be more handpan content soon. It's one thing if you're in an open relationship. Yeah, it was definitely not an open relationship, and part of the reason it was exclusive was because he requested exclusivity very early on. So even more so, I was like, you're a fraud. You are a fraud. Fraudulent man. But yeah, no hate, no shame. Just honesty is cool. Adam Isaac, what the heck? $100 donation. Thank you so much. I want to not talk about what I'm talking about anymore, and I want to talk about how kind that is. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Dash Dragon, exactly. That's exactly how I feel. Like, I couldn't care less about someone's preferences. I care more so about the fact that they were gonna go behind my back and, like, secretly do things with other people. Like, that's what I care about. I completely agree with y'all. And with the second, like, segue. This tea isn't hot, it's boiling. I'm telling you, like, I see why he wanted to sue me, because I was like, the truth would hurt you. It would. Your personal reputation would be tarnished permanently. And at the same time, why are you hiding so much of yourself from the world? Doesn't that hurt? Isn't that hard? So I guess that's why, even more so, I'm so promotive of, like, being yourself and just kind of, like, embracing who you are, because it seems like it's a really hard thing to hide. It seems like people who have to hide those big aspects of themselves, which from my own experience, when I've had to do that, it's been very difficult. It seems like they're not having a very fun time. I want you guys to have fun, so you'll have a lot more fun if you're just honest with yourself, I promise. Even if it causes some people to hate on you, there's so much love and, like, embrace in the world. There's pretty much very minimal things that you could, like, be proudly reflectant of in your life, where it would be, like, you know, a death sentence to society. I just feel like there's so much support out there for so many things, good and bad. So just be yourself. Just be true to who you are. And obviously, like, I don't think he really wanted to, like, lose his whole relationship, so I don't know. Is it worth the sacrifice to keep yourself a secret? You might lose the people you love. I don't know if it's worth it. Did I break up with him right after that? I did not. I stayed for another 7 months, actually. I stayed for much longer than I should have, and I gave him a chance to kind of just, like, figure his stuff out, because I am a caring and kind person, and also we live together, may you remember. So yeah, I stayed, but there was a few more instances of infidelity, and then we broke up. I usually do really try. I stay in relationships because I love somebody, not because, like, you know, they're easy and benefiting me. Like, I stay because I love someone. Aguila, welcome in. Thank you for becoming a tier 1 YouTube member. Also, there's another train going by, sorry. There should be a guy version of Are We Dating the Same Man? I think there is. In some cities, I know that they have male versions of the groups. I just think that they're not as popular. Alright, Stinky Boy, are you here? Are you around? Ain't no way you stayed after that. I'm telling you, I was like, listen, like, if you need to, like, go to therapy, like, if you need to, like, you know, heal, we can figure it out together. Who would want to be left in their most, like, vulnerable time? Like, I don't want anyone to, like, do anything stupid, you know? Like I said, I get it. I get being really sad. I get being depressed. I get being stupid because you're super sad and depressed. My kitten's doing well. She's laying right here. She's just hanging out. She's doing good. You were way more political than I would have been. What do you mean? What does that mean? Political? Do you mean like diplomatic? I'm like a little confused by that word choice. Alright, Stinky Boy. We're doing a general reading. I'm gonna fan the cards out like this in front of me, and I'm just gonna pick some. General reading for Stinky Boy Austin. What do we need to know right now? What do we need to hear? This card. Wait. This always happens to me. I'll always reach for one, and then I'll be like, this one, this one, this one, and then I'm like, never mind. None of you. It's none of you. It's this one. The World. I think it was in reverse, but we're just gonna pull it out in general. The World and the Three of Pentacles. Alright, come back here. This one. Okay, I picked two. We have the Emperor and the Six of Pentacles. Alright, I'm gonna pick one more. Ooh, and the Queen of Cups. Alright, let's go ahead and read these. No worries. I totally understood what you meant. I just was confused by the word choice, but I understood the sentiment. A sentiment. Okay. Wait, what is a general reading, Cherie? It's basically a reading without like a set themed question. So some people will say, like, you know, I'm asking for a specific reading about like my love life with this person, or I'm asking for a reading about my current career. I'm gonna change jobs, like I want to know about that. For people who want a general reading, it's just kind of like in general what's going on right now. Like it's just kind of like a broad, it just opens up the umbrella to a very broad spectrum of information to come in. It's a lot less pointed and targeted of a question, which I kind of love. I actually really prefer general readings. We're gonna start with the Emperor because it's the first one in the book. The Emperor. This little guy says, I'm also debating, I think most of these were in reverse, but we're just gonna read them all. We're gonna read all of the definitions and you're gonna just have to see which one resonates with you. Upright, this card is an authority figure, loyal. The Emperor is a jolly old father figure who has always had a strong work ethic and reaps the rewards. He is a powerful authority figure who pats his belly and says, "It's all paid for." This card is a reminder to not let the symbols of success and status get in the way of real happiness. In reverse, this card says lack of self-discipline, poor boundaries. When the Emperor shows up in reverse, be ready to hold your ground. there may be a person in your life who's calling all the shots. This card can also represent an archetype of you finding within. Wait, this card can also represent an archetype that you find within. Be aware of making assumptions and judging others. Very interesting. So the reversed is basically like a tribute to the sense that like you're not holding firm boundaries within yourself, and you're also potentially, because of that, like holding a weak perception of others, which of course the positive, like upright difference of that is the embodiment of what this card truly is supposed to be representing, which is an authority figure of like an all-encompassing provider. Everything's paid for, everything's taken care of, don't worry about a thing, ha ha ha, like you're just like jolly, happy, abundant, etc. So if you're not feeling like that right now, I would fair to say the reversed is what's going on. And obviously in reflecting about maybe your lack of ability to see the situations accurately right now due to your cynicism, or feeling like people are walking all over you and it's causing you to be resentful and just like not in the good place within yourself, when you can start to look at those things and help change them, you will start embodying this version of yourself, the better emperor.
Isn't that right, Stretcher? Isn't that right?
She's sleepy. She always like moans in her sleep. It's so cute. Alright, next let's go to the world. We are the world. We are children. Upright. This says completion, celebration. In reverse, it symbolizes potential for completion. So we're either at the end or we're getting close. Let's read the reverse first. Time to stick with it and keep going. Cherish each moment with the people who you connect with along the way. And then, if you do that, we'll get to the upright. Just as an oak tree starts as a wee acorn, we need to suspend our belief that life is limited to our simple vision. Everything is interconnected with all other happenings. Okay, so of course, this card is obviously a reflection of your relationship directly with other people. And this card is serving as more so like a piggyback reminder of the fact that obviously everyone is connected. It's like what I was just saying in the affirmations. It's like we're all here, we're all happy and struggling at different times, and that means the best thing that we can do at all times is like try to be nice and kind and loving and caring and the best version of our own personal self. I really like how I feel when I'm happy and joyous and like loving people around me. I love how I feel when I'm loving. Like it feels so good, it feels so nice. I hate how I feel about myself when I'm angry, when I'm like irritable. I hate that version of myself so much, and I much prefer the happy, joyous, nice one. So if I can continue to breed a better version of myself through being kind to other people, what the heck, I'm gonna do that. It's, like I said, hard to keep it up all the time, but like I think that 10 times out of 10 it feels better to be nice and kind and caring. Even if it's not convenient, even if it's not reciprocated, it still feels better to show up like that than to be angry and mad and cynical and judgmental and spiteful and no. that doesn't feel as good. It just doesn't. Sometimes it feels a little good, but it doesn't last. And then you're just chasing the good feeling of being a bad person, and like that's where it starts to become dangerous. So instead, just be nice. Hey Mario, hope you're doing well. I was honestly like, where is he? So, a reminder that if you're not feeling like the best version of yourself, the first thing to do is take a look at that, because it's also impacting how you show up with other people, and you're gonna feel like the best emperor version of yourself when you're fat and jolly with happiness. And everyone wants you to be that way, because we're all connected. Everything's all connected to each other. Okay? Let's go to the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles states, weak connection, difficulty communicating. If there is one person in the group who is dominating the conversation, see if you can help find the balance. Very similar to the reverse of this, someone who is calling all the shots, walking all over. It sounds like there might be someone in your life who is dominating the dynamic, okay? See if you can help find the balance, bring focus to your throat center, and imagine an ultramarine blue light that fills the space. It's basically saying, like, bring light into your voice, use your voice, don't be afraid to speak up, don't be afraid to be loud, and advocate for yourself, because there is a good power in that sticking up for yourself. That is self-love, that is self-worth, right? Being able to do that even when it's not necessarily convenient. The upright of this is teamwork and exploration. So I'm treating this reading as like the reverse is what might currently be present, and the better version of that is the upright, of course. So if you want to get to the better version, here's what it might look like. Communication is key, and this includes both active listening and adding your 2 cents worth. Work together for greater productivity. So a lot of these cards are very depictant of like fixing your inner relationship so you can also fix your outer dynamics. You know what I'm saying? I like that. We're gonna do the Six of Pentacles next, and then the Queen of Cups last. Six of Pentacles, weak investments, generosity. Notice where your money is coming from and where it is going in order to maintain balance. If you loan out money at this time, don't count on getting it back. Maybe that's part of the stress right now. Maybe those are the weak boundaries of the Emperor. It's interesting that this card was fat and jolly, and I can pay for everything. It's paid for. Something about finances here. Someone is maybe taking advantage of you financially, and they have been for a little while, and you don't necessarily want to not have this person in your life, but you know there needs to be a conversation had. Sooner rather than later, because you're feeling burned out. That's totally understandable and natural. However, the universe is kind of trying to remind you we're all connected, we're all interchanging help and energy. So obviously it's more so saying like, let's see if we can bring this back into balance instead of you having to drop this person, which I think is what you would prefer too, just to bring it back to balance. So if you're able to do that, the upright is that the sand dollars are perfectly balanced on the scale. Money flows in and money flows out. This is a good time to invest your money where your values lie. Values money. I get a little bit Genghis Khan. Don't want you to get it on with nobody else but me. Ooh. Nobody else but me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thank you for that. That's gonna be stuck in my head now. Last but not least, you can add that. Yeah, that's fine. Last but not least, we have the Queen of Cups. And this is in reverse, a martyr, compassionate. The Queen of Cups in reverse is still compassionate, but she can become a martyr when out of balance. Just like everything else, okay? Out of balance, bad. Sure, you're generous, you're compassionate, you're kind, but it doesn't work without boundaries. You need boundaries, okay? So, upright, this nurturing queen is gentle and relaxed. Sipping on some chamomile tea, she reminds you to slow down and taste your food. Being busy, so overrated. So there was an aspect about I think the world, where it said something similar about slowing it down. Time to stick with it and keep going. Cherish each moment and the people who you connect with along the way. So, in total sum, I feel like what I'm getting from these all cards is basically it's time to do a little check-in with yourself internally, check in with your boundaries, check in with your lack of boundaries, and where those have maybe been hurting your relationships. Taking a pause, slowing down, taking a moment with yourself in this reflection to also just like rub your back. Remember how we were talking about that earlier? It's time for you to rub your back. Rub the back of yourself that feels like it's not getting its needs quite as met as it could be. Rub the back of yourself that feels like a martyr, right? Instead of a queen, a calm queen. And then ask yourself, okay, now that I'm aware that this is what's happening, how can I move forward, set better boundaries, while also keeping things in a balance that I am okay with, you know? There's no reason to like tip the scales completely in the other direction to try and get even. Sometimes that's not what you need. Sometimes you need slight little tiny adjustments until you get like this, right? If it's like this right now and you try to like to get it even, it's probably just gonna go like this, and you're gonna like have stuff fly off all over the place, and then it might not even end even. It might end like this, and then you're still gonna have to do it. You're still gonna have to make the micro adjustments at the end of the day after a really big drastic one. So you might as well just do micro adjustments in the first place. You know what I'm saying? A little more efficient that way. Adam Isaac, we have you as like a no reply as of right now because you gave the $100 donation. You are not, like, you don't have to get a reading. You're not required. That's the word I was looking for. You're not required to get a reading, but you can if you want to. We'll keep you on the list. I love the way you use the 3DO. It feels like you're right behind me. Thank you. Would it be better if I had it flipped around directionally? I've never really thought about that. About the fact that the audio might be behind instead of in front. Whatever. How do I get a reading? You're gonna go in the chat and you're gonna type !tarot, just like the mod, and then a link will pop up, and then you click the link and then it'll redirect you to a Google document that has a pretty extensive little direction sheet, and it says, here, I'll just put it up on the screen for a sec. It says, hold on. it says, if you would like a reading, oh, hold on, let me at least move it out of my face. If you would like a reading, please donate $20 or more via the link below. Please note that $20 is the minimum, and you are welcome to donate higher amounts for longer readings, which basically means if you want like a really extensive reading where we spend a lot of time on you. Wait. Why? What in the world? Oh. I was like, why did that move too? There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, if you want like a more extensive reading, you can always donate a higher amount. Please put your Twitch, YouTube username as the donation name if possible to help us find you. There's a donation link, and then it says, thank you so much for purchasing a tarot reading with me. Please leave a message of what you'd like your reading to be for in the chat. If you don't feel comfortable having it in the chat, you can send a message to Sinchobi or another mod. Please specify if you'd like the content of your reading request to be private or public. AKA, do you want me to know the question by myself, or do you want everyone to know the question? Choose what deck you would like a reading from. Karma cards, cat deck, white sage, the rose pocket oracle, work your light oracle, or the divine deck. Or specify if you would like me to pick the deck, which is the deck of choice. If you choose the karma card deck, there is a specific format for the reading, and hold on, I don't even know. Oh, there we go. The format is question type outcome, and then you can ask also an action-based question. And yeah. If you would like to use a different deck, let me know, and I will draw as many cards as it takes to satisfy your query. Good luck. And blessings. Yeah. So those are the rules. That's how it works. Hopefully everyone understood that, because I'm never gonna go over it ever again. Never again. Well, maybe once, but not anytime soon. You keep waking up. You keep waking up and then falling asleep and then waking up and then falling asleep. Come here, Munchie. Come here, Munchie. Oh. You're a sweet girl. Hi. What a good girl. That's nice. Okay. Shall we move on to Lucy? Lucy 841 Ice. What type of cat is she? She is a Lynx Point Siamese. Oh, baby. It is so comfy. It's so nice. I love it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She's sleepy.
Gosh, I just love her so much. She's just so cute. Alright, so deck of choice and another general reading, right? Yeah. Okay. The sunset is looking nice. I think I still have like another 2 hours of sun, but it's starting to get nice and like golden and pretty outside. It looks so nice. I just want to like take a moment to be happy. I really like the new setup. Like I'm like I'm so cozy, you guys. I'm so cozy. I could just fall asleep. The train. Can you hear it? It's so cozy. Oh, I'm just happy. I'm just happy to have such a nice environment, and like I really do feel like I'm just like hanging out with my friends. We're just like doing readings, just like chilling, having a good time together. Does not at all feel like there's, I don't know, just like a weird like pressure, or that I'm like in a stuffy, a stuffy office. I feel like I'm in a cozy, cute little studio environment, and like I want to sit in here all day, and that's exactly what I knew I would need it to feel like in order to keep doing live streams.
Do you hear that train?
Oh my gosh, she's so precious. I gotta show you guys her little face. Stop. He's so sleepy. Oh my god.
She's just so sleepy.
But the building literally shakes when the train goes by.
think she's done. Ooh wee, that was a long one. That was a long train.
I don't know if you guys can see, but this is her leg. That was healing. Her hair is starting to grow back. Let me move my leg. Her scar is like right up here. A little farther up, right up there. Obviously I'm moving it around. Doesn't look like she's in pain at all. She's been running and jumping and crazy. I feel like I can feel, it might just be her skin scab, but I swear I can like feel the metal wires and stuff. I don't know, it definitely feels a little crazy in there, but as long as she's okay, that's what matters.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and pull a few different decks for you. Thank you for gifting a sub to them, Sinjovi. Perfect timing. Hi, Rabbit Head. Welcome in, Tier 1. My alerts were a little late, but there you are. Welcome in. I think if me in 2021 could see the stream now, I think she would be pretty stoked. I think she would be like, what? Really? We do that? Like, that's cool. I'd actually be really happy. That makes me happy. Because I didn't used to do tarot readings or like any of this on the stream. And now it's a very regular thing. And like, I just feel so comfortable doing this right now. And I just was thinking like, man, I've had a lot of streams where I just was really nervous, you know, where I felt really uncomfortable in front of the camera for hours. And like, there's of course been many instances where I did not feel like that since then, but right now especially, I just feel very relaxed and very confident in what I'm doing. 2021 would roast my 2025 stream. Why do you say that? I mean, to be fair, I might roast myself in like 2016, 2017. I think my old self would be a little less understanding of how I got here. I think she might have a different set of expectations, but I would tell her that she's stupid and dumb and also an idiot. I'm just kidding. I blew out the mic, sorry. I would have never done IRL or just chatting back in the day. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love that we both evolved so far. Alright, I'm gonna pull a couple cards. We have the Wild Rose. The Wild Rose. We have the Rose Thread. Very interesting. And last but not least, Codes of the Seeds. No way. This stream is like pounding in self-love. Self-love, self-love, self-love. Like, that is by far the message of the day. Self-love. Alright, we are going to read those cards out now. Red Boy, thank you. We'll get you on the list. Would you go ahead and close the readings for me, essentially? For now. Okay, so the Wild Rose. This card symbolizes doing it your own way, freeing yourself, unique. Okay? Do it your own way, free yourself, unique. If someone says that you're not normal, say thank you. If someone says that what you're doing isn't normal, say naturally. The wild rose knows that no one rose is the same as another. They don't try to bloom in a neat row according to a schedule. They don't open and close according to who walks by. They trust in their own timing, and they bloom with wild abandon. They are resilient, and they know who they are. The wild rose knows its true, unique nature, and it wants you to remember yours too. It knows what makes you wild makes you free. That it's what's kept us contained that's causing us harm. That our diverse, unique nature is what's needed now more than ever. This card comes with an invitation to do what would make you feel the most free. To trust in the very thing that makes you stand out. To realize that you were never meant to fit in. You were never meant to grow in a perfect, cultivated way. You were never meant to bloom in unison with someone else. You were never meant to be captive or controlled. Nature, this one is so sharp today. Nature is full of diversity. It's imperative to our survival, right? And as it is with nature, it is also yours too. So be who you are, be who you came here to be. Express what you came here to express, and sing the song that you came here to sing. Together, the wild ones will be the ones who set all of us free. So, I'm a wild guy, I can tell you that. So, I love this card too. This is basically an invitation and a reminder that you were never meant to be living a life that is directly reflective of anyone else's experience. And in fact, you're supposed to be which is so funny, I'm about to use this word, you're supposed to be the blueprint. And I'm going to use that to segue me into this next card. Codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within. The next steps. Okay, remember how I was saying during my affirmations that you are everything you already need to be right now? You're already enough. You are the person you need to be right at this very second, just by being here, just by being on this earth, being alive. You did it. You're here. You've already done it, okay? We're gonna jump onto that sentiment right now with the codes of the seeds. And this card reads, seeds come in. Seeds come in, knowing exactly what to do. Within them, they hold the potential of entire forests and rose gardens. Seeds have within them an intelligent timing that is connected with the intelligence of the cosmos. We are all seeds, future forests and gardens waiting to be born. We each hold the codes of a new humanity within us. It's true. We're walking next generations, okay? Change is our natural state. I want to say that again. Change is our natural state. We are born to adapt, right? We are born to transform. Seeds must be buried in the darkness before they can bloom into the light. Seeds can't even begin to bloom without embracing the fertile void of the winter soil. They cannot flower without outgrowing the constraints of the bud. They cannot bear fruit without releasing their bounty to the earth and letting go of the very thing about them that captivated others, their flowers. This card delivers the message that within you, this is for everyone, especially for this person, but this is for everyone. This card delivers the message that within you, you have all you need to create what you are destined to create, to move through everything that life delivers, and to navigate your way through any terrain. Okay? This blueprint has always been seated within. Trust that you have it within you. Trust that you have within you the codes for the most glorious rose garden waiting to bud and to bloom. Trust those codes and remember that blueprint. All you need to do now is take the next step, and sometimes that next step, remember, is taking a deep breath, a mindful inhale and an exhale. If you continue taking baby steps each day, on a day not too far from today, you will look back and discover the most breathtaking garden of roses all around you. And then fruit will follow. Today, just take the next step. You know what to do. The blueprint is encoded within you. Girl, are you feeling this? Girl. Let me move this mouse out of your way, princess. Oh, okay. Yep. You're good. You're good. Thank you, honey. So, piggybacking, you are meant to be your own person. You are meant to be uniquely yourself. And the person that you were born to be is already living within you. They already know everything that you're supposed to do and you're supposed to be. So trust it and just keep taking steps forward, because you're already on the right path, because you're here. You are already who you're supposed to be. You always were. You always were. You always were. Always were. You're always who you're supposed to be. Lastly, we have the rose thread, and I have a feeling this is going to piggyback on the earlier reading of the fact that everyone is connected. But I'll see. Inner call, soul-led, the mystic, courage. This is a card of the mystic, the one who is in touch with the depths of the inner world and the inner weavings of the world and beyond, way beyond. They are dedicated to listening to the mysterious voice whispering within, to following their intuition and living in accordance with that, to living by being guided by the rose thread. Following the rose thread means being dedicated to walking the way of the rose, to being in service to humanity and dedicated to writing a new story. It requires courage and faith and the willingness to pave a new path. The rose has been a symbol of the mysteries for thousands of years. The rose thread is an invisible path that the mystic follows. It takes courage to trust it, for the path is different for every single person. The path is different for every single person. Almost like what this card said. We're all unique. This is why it requires courage to trust the inner call. And those who do so will find great reward. This card is a sign that you're being called to follow this initiatory path, led by the thread deep within you. You may find that you're in a place of great change and being called to have faith and gather up the courage to take the next step, which is all you need to do. Just take the next step. This card is a sign of encouragement to keep taking the next step. It's acknowledging the courage it takes to live a soul-led life and honoring you for always taking the leap. Oh my goodness, sleepy girl. Very nice. Everyone has a very similar message right now. Tune into yourself, tune into your own path, tune into your own destiny, and then feel confident in walking that, even if it seems like you're going in a different direction than everyone around you, because most likely you are. Because your path is taking you over here and theirs is going that way. And it's okay that you're going in different directions. You're supposed to. You're supposed to. It's so much easier said than done. It's true. We're gonna pull some white sage cards. I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you some action steps from the karma cards instead of the white sage.
Hey, I'm sorry, you didn't mean to startle y'all. Oh.
So nice. Thanks for the combo. Combo started. You have 1 minute left to join. I have still no idea what that is. Like, I don't know how any of those apply. Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise. She must have had an itch. That was really aggressive. I thought this was her. It's my foot. I was like, whoa, what part of her body is that? It's me. It's me. It's my foot. I'm not even breathing out that hard. I'm blowing out the microphone. They said you're beautiful. She's like, that's my call. I gotta go. I see you. Okay, this one just jumped out. Mercurium. Alright, I'm gonna have you pick this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 through 12. Which one would you like? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just watched the first Twilight last night. Or some of it. I started it. Because, like, what better thing to put on this giant TV than Twilight? What better movie night? Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Ma'am, ma'am. Eight. 1, 2, 3. I have never heard the Zedstead remix, but I love Zedstead, so I'm sure I would like it. You laying on the floor? You wanna go out? She wants to leave. Hold on. Let me do that, and then I'll read you your cards. Man, it's always so funny to take off the headphones. It sounds so quiet.
Okay, little munchie, you wanna go out?
I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this, opportunity to go to the bathroom really quick, but then I'll be back. I feel like this is a good time for me to go, because then I can sit for the rest of the stream. Hopefully I'll be fine. I'm gonna mute you so you can't hear me. Pee. Pee. Okay, 1 sec. I'll be right back. daughter is cracking me up. They said, oh, cat's gotta poo. And they were like, oh, you gotta poo too. That's so funny. I think it might have gotten deleted, but I just thought it was funny. Alright. You ready for your action steps? So we have Mercury in Aries in the 10th house, and these action steps read, here, let me come closer. These action steps read as follows. Look how easy that was for me to come closer. Isn't that nice? Communicate your willpower responsibly. That's your spiritual action. Communicate your willpower responsibly. Analyze what you think you know about success. Analyze what you think you know about success, and let your mind tell you how to do it your own way and become a person of power and status. Do it your own way. Communicate your willpower responsibly. Reflect and analyze of what you think you know about success, what you have felt is necessary to achieve success. Obviously, as the last cards we're talking about, that was my shoulder, sorry. But yeah, it sounds like some reflection is in order for you to understand how you are supposed to uniquely, keyword on uniquely, show up and then get your life moving. Get the world a-changing, because it sounds like you're supposed to change the world with us. So, get to it. Hop to it. Not to be confused with hop to it. Not to be confused at all. Don't get it twisted. What the heck? You're so mind-blowingly beautiful, but you're low-key evil. Why? Why am I evil? No, I'm not. I'm not evil. I am absolutely a good force on this earth, so I think you've got your facts mixed up there, buddy. Buddy, old pal. Can you do an evil laugh? Well, of course I can, but that doesn't mean I'm evil. Of course I have an evil laugh. Who didn't practice their villain laugh as a child? That's my evil laugh. No, I can't laugh yet. I've gotta hold it in. Evil confirmed. Oh. Ooh. J Daniel said public deck of choice. What will getting these 2 certifications give me? I'm excited. J Daniel, let's make sure you're here. J Daniel, calling J Daniel, J Daniel, J Daniel, calling J Daniel, J Daniel. J Daniel, are you here? Evil. That one's from Adventure Time. The Fire King. Flame King, he's like evil, 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 evil. I cannot say that word quick. I'm getting tongue-tied. Can you hear it? Evil, 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 evil. I'm trying so hard. Evil, 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 evil. I can't say it. I can't do it. What the heck? That's crazy. Evil, 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 evil. It's because my spit gets like all like. It's not helpful. Evil, 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 evil. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna do karma cards for this, and we're gonna ask an outcome. We're gonna say, what will the outcome be of your certifications? Because I think that would be the best way to format this, personally. Oh my god. My bad. That was a big yawn. Evil, evil, evil. I am gonna make pasta for dinner tonight, I think. I'm not very hungry. I really want some like bolognese or something. Oh, bolognese sounds so good right now. And I'm gonna make it as a form of self-love. I'm gonna make the food that I'm craving. Aw, Shadman, thank you for gifting a sub. Alright. J. Daniel, I would love for you to choose these cards for yourself. And while you're doing so, I want you to think about the certifications that you just got. Think about the position that they're going to bring you into, the environment, how it smells, how it feels, how it looks, everything. I want you to just place yourself in the embodiment of being certified in these things, and then pick your cards with that like field of energy surrounding you to the point where we get an accurate outcome because you're tapped in to what you're asking about. I promise it will help. Alright, first we have the planets, and we're gonna do 1 through 12 if my camera would focus. See, like, what was that all about? 1, 2, it will change, I promise. 3, I promise. 4, oh, there we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 1 through 12. Six, 7, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Here is your outcome. First card is Uranus, planet Uranus. Then we have Sagittarius as your sign. And these are in the 3rd house. Excuse me, my shoulders are so cracky today. I need to stretch more and drink more water. I feel like my body is not hydrated enough. Anyway, I'm gonna come closer again. Okay. Physically, mentally, spiritually, these are the outcomes you can expect. Spiritually, there will be an unusual example of insights in order to understand your ideas. An unusual example of insights to understand your ideas. When it says an unusual example, I feel like it means like an unusual source. An unusual new source of inspiration or of I don't know, insights is a very vague word in this context, but this is just saying like there will be a new unusual example of information, a source of information that will help you understand your ideas moving forward. Mentally, there will be a different way of looking at the wisdom of short-term and short-term thinking and trips. A different way of looking at the wisdom of short-term thinking and trips. And lastly, physically, an unexpected change resulting from the understanding of who or what is around you. All of this sounds good. It almost sounds like in gaining these certifications, you're gonna be able to like see the basic building blocks of life from a completely different angle that is going to cause you to have like really unexpected revelations within yourself. And also in having those revelations, you're probably going to be able to come up with better ideas at work. Very cool. Feel free to take a screenshot. But yeah, it sounds like in general that you're gonna learn a new way of looking at life, and that's gonna serve to everyone's benefit, especially your career. Here are some action steps that you can take moving forward. Spiritually, you can stir up the situation by using your highest ideals. Stir up the situation by using your highest ideals, by making the right connections. So this is definitely like a networking thing. Stir up the... Do you hear that? Hello, 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 hello. I think I fixed it. I don't know what that was going on, but stir up the situation by using your highest ideals and also by making the right connections. Or make the right connections which cause you to stir up the situation by using your highest ideals. It did sound like a cricket. Also, I was like, why does it sound like somebody is peeing right now? I have a toilet seat a new toilet seat thing that is like a bidet, and every once in a while it will like release fragrance into the water. I was like, what does that sound? I keep forgetting about it. It sounds like someone's peeing, and sometimes I'll like get caught off guard. Sorry. Now you know if you ever hear that. Okay, last thing I'll say about this. Considering that you're going into a new career, I feel like because of the way that you're already going to be having like breakthrough revelations of your perspective of life, it's going to naturally feel like an easy time for you to be also like taking in other people's perspectives, and I guess like opening yourself up to new connections with different people with different mindsets. I feel like that's like what this is all about, making the right connections at work, networking with people, and like throughout all of it holding true to your highest ideals, like operating from this place of knowing that like no matter what context you're faced with in conversation or with different people, no matter what the environment is or the situation, as long as you stay true to like your best moral compass, you'll be fine. And if anything, not only will you be fine, you will like continue to up level yourself throughout these interactions because you're showing up to them with your best self embodied, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. It makes sense to me. Mentally, you need to be open to new ideas about the rules of the idea in question, which is probably a number of things related to work, but just in general, it sounds like you need to be open about new rules, new perspectives in general, though, like a new way of looking at the workings of life itself. I feel like that is a huge thing that's coming up. Is like you're just gonna have like a complete reframing of the way that you see life and the world. Physically, action step, invent a way to get it out into the world and get your ideas going. So, sounds like you're right in the position you need to be. You're getting these new certifications to help you further establish this new perspective of life, these new like knowledge boundaries that you're having for yourself, and then like further being in a position within this career to like do something with that newfound perspective and put it into action and implement it into a real world, like a real world application. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Hey, we've hit 400k. That's so awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. I'm so stoked. I've just kind of all day been like, what a crazy day for Cherie Lorraine ASMR. Thank you guys so much. I can't wait for many more milestones. I don't know what's going on with this poor side of my mic, but thank you guys so much. Much love. So much love. So much love. We have one reading left. For Red Boy from New York. Thank you so much. I might go do a photo shoot outside or something, because I posted about my 300k last year, so I would love to make a 400k post. But I need to go somewhere with nature, because all of my stuff has green in it. It's all green. Anyway, last but not least, we have Red Boy from New York. I'm assuming it's New York. Hi. Yay. Proxima? What the heck? Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. That's so nice of you for 400,000. So sweet. Alright, we have another deck of choice public. What can I look forward to in the future? Let's see. That's a great question. Great example of a very like general question, but still pointed enough where we're gonna get some good answers, I'm sure. I am not going to do the karma cards this time. I am going to do a different deck. That's different. I'm gonna use the cat tarot for this one. And then I will probably end at 333 today. So in about 11 minutes. Because that just feels like the right time for me. But first, we're gonna shuffle these cards. And I'm gonna do a phenomenal reading for a red boy from New York. Newey is short for Newcastle in Australia. I would have never guessed that. Ever. I'm pulling this one because it fell. This guy in reverse. Gabriel, thank you for the 4 gifted. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Last deck. Shuffle. Okay. Oh, of course, right when I say that, my cards get stuck. I'm going to split this into 2 decks, and I'm going to pick the cards from only one side. 1, 2. Which one would you like? Okay. I'm gonna spread these out, and we're gonna pick this one. And this one. And this one. And then I will have you pick out of these. You're gonna pick 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's do 15. Okay, 1 through 15, 2 cards. I totally lied. I feel like I feel like we need to do these last 3 too. So 15, 16, 17, 18. Pick 2 cards out of 18. $12. Okay. 8 and 12. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Here we go. This one just as a bonus. So, you asked what you can look forward to in the future. The first card that I pulled was the Star. And this card says, like Polaris, this card guides us to our own personal true north. Coming back to ourselves. The cat pours out the water, perhaps to nourish the earth, but perhaps to destroy the carpet. What matters here is the transformation. Things grow and change, and so do you. This is the path of healing, forgiveness, success. Carry on. So it looks like in the future, one of the things you can look forward to is transforming all of the parts of your past that maybe you're not proud of. Maybe you're not happy with the reflection of. And moving forward, it looks like you're going to learn to let go of those things and let go of how that feels internally in terms of its representation of who you are now, which is a very nice thing to look forward to, in my opinion. We have the 8 of Cups upright. You might be feeling restless lately or even disappointed, but now is the time to go with the flow, or maybe move on to the next faucet. What you're seeking is already available to you, and much more accessible than you may think. Use your feelings as motivation and do something. Again, everything you need is already at your disposal. It's time to look inward, focus on yourself, reflect on who you want to be so you know the direction to go in. The cards that you chose were the 2 of Cups, upright, and the King of Wands in reverse. Upright says, looks like someone's going to be sharing their water bowl soon. It could be a new romance or just the realization of balance, harmony, peace, and partnership in other areas. Domestic bliss is in the stars for you. Lap cuddles, treats, and a whole lot of purring. You may even find yourself letting bygones be bygones in a troubled relationship. Again, reconciliation, potentially with a previously standing relationship, and if not that, a new one is coming in. Probably because you're so deeply embodying of your best, amazing self. The person is having a hard time not being attracted to you, right? Not being magnetized to you. King of Wands in reverse states, decisive is one thing, but impulsive and hasty is another. That kind of weakness comes across as ineffective and makes for a poor role model. The kitten will only become king once he has matured and worked to become dependable and trustworthy. So to me, this sounds like you can't skip the small steps. You can't rush your progress. You have to do all of the work in between in order to fully reap the reward and the benefit of being in this position, right? What does it say? A kitten will only become king once he has matured and worked to become dependable and trustworthy. It's very true. Alright, I have this card that jumped out of the deck. I think it is Wand. A few wands. 8 of Wands in reverse. It appears that dreams of a change of scenery and a new adventure will have to go on the back burner. Consider slowing down, lazing around, and luxuriously licking your nether regions. It happens. No judgment. So this is basically a message of like, whatever, and it's probably in hand with this, whatever big thing you're trying to rush towards, whatever like big part of yourself you're trying to push for right now, you're missing the in-between progress that's necessary in order for that to actually happen without consequence, which is ultimately what you want. You don't want consequence from receiving something that you're looking for, which only happens if you get it at the wrong time, right? You receive consequence because you pushed and you got it, but you had to sacrifice other people's things. Like you were stepping on the universe's toes a little bit, and there's a consequence for that. To not yielding, to not following your own path, right? To coveting, to trying to like get ahead, it doesn't usually work in anyone's favor, especially not yours. So there's a part of you right now that you're trying really hard to achieve immediately, and you need to recognize that there's still a lot that needs to happen before you get to that point. And actually, it's like a great time to just like relax into the progress, into the process, and just breathe into it. Enjoy right now. Same as the reading before. Enjoy the day-to-day of right now. Don't be so focused on what you're looking to reach and achieve, etc. You're gonna lose sight of what is happening now. Okay? So have patience. Have patience with whatever big goal you're striving for right now. We have 2 more wands, and they're both in reverse. I'm gonna read this one first, the 10 of Wands. And this guy says, you may be overwhelmed, but now is the best time to do something about your situation. Learn to say no, delegate, compromise, ask for more space if you need it. So again, maybe part of why this isn't working out right now is because you're spreading yourself way too thin, and there's aspects about what you have currently that you need to like start setting a boundary with and being like, hold on, I need to expend my energy like elsewhere at this current time. Doesn't mean that you hate this person, whatever. Like, it just means that you need to redirect some of your focus so you can properly give life into your own endeavors right now. This is the 9 of Wands in reverse. There is no question that you are entirely comfortable where you are. However, this could be to the point of being unyielding, inflexible, and obstinate. Now is the time to try flexibility and a bit more openness. Let go of your control before you get tangled up within it. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna let you sit with that. I clearly went over my 333 time. That's okay. It was a good reading. I just had to keep going. But I am feeling about ready to segue out of here. How are you guys feeling? And you specifically. My last reading, my red guy from New York. Or Newey. Just kidding, you're from Australia. You're parched, I get that. Get some water. Ready to sleep. Totally get that. Yeah, of course, you're so welcome. I would recommend going back and taking a little recording, screen recording of your reading so you can watch it back later. It's very interesting to see how they apply later down the line. Totally. Thank you guys so much for being here to help me celebrate 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's insane to even be saying that. This is crazy. I can't believe I get to do what I do, and I can't wait to see you again for more of it. There will be a YouTube video out soon. I need to record it, but I will be doing that this weekend. There will be one out by hopefully the weekend, if not next week on Tuesday. Yeah, that's about all I have for now. I hope you like the new studio. I hope you like the new setup, because I sure do. I had a really nice time with you guys today, and I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna crack my back first. Oh, let me do this side. No, I don't think I have any on that side. I'm gonna head out. Feel free to join our Discord. In the meantime, you can follow me on Instagram. I post on there sometimes. I have Twitch if you're not already watching me there. Some of you are on YouTube. And if you're on Twitch and not on YouTube, you can check out my YouTube channel. It's also Cherie Lorraine. This is my Twitter. Don't really use it. Or X. I'll never update the logo. This is my YouTube. We'll put some other links in the chat as the stream is ending. But that's about all I have to say for this weekend. I'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in for this one day of streaming this week. I apologize for not being here Wednesday or Tuesday. I was moving around, doing a bunch of setting up, getting this all ready for us. Moving forward in the future, this will be the new stream setup. And I can't wait to keep coming back, keep having a good time with you guys, and yeah, doing more fun stuff together. Oh, by the way, I have a little more space in here than I used to, and I was thinking we could try to do some sort of guided stretching session soon, if you'd be interested. I was helping my friend the other day through some just like guided movement, and they were like, this is really nice. Like, some of these positions are so obvious, but I've never put myself into them before, and they're so helpful. And that's exactly what I want to do for you guys, is to like teach you certain little adjustments that you can make to your stretches to make them like 10 times more effective, and just like how to stretch certain muscles and joints that are maybe like a little bit less straightforward. So yeah, we're gonna do a guided stretch stream eventually, and I can't wait, so stay tuned for that. It might be subscriber only, it might be member only, YouTube subscriber, Twitch subscriber only. I'll let you know as it gets closer. Okay, I don't want to leave, that's why I'm saying an extended goodbye, but I'll see you soon. I will. I might even pop in tomorrow, because I was supposed to go to Chicago, and I'm not, I don't think, because there's just like a lot going on. Although my filter is, I need a new one so bad, I need to go. But I want to also make sure Slight Sounds and I will be able to get together, because that's really important to me. So, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm for sure not going to be celebrating America, because like there's nothing to celebrate. So if you guys don't feel like celebrating America this year either, and you want to come hang out with me, let me know. I'd be more than willing to do a stream tomorrow instead of anything else, because like I don't know what else I would do. So let me know. Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good rest of your day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are on the earth, whatever time it is for you. Make it a good one. Love yourself, be kind, care about people. It's cool to care. It's cool to be kind. I'll see you next time.